I'm your host, Garfield Jones, and tonight I'm joined by football coach extraordinaire and my Brazilian brother, Andrew Price. Coach, what's up?
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man, I like your bright yellow jersey with all the 5 stars on it. Can we add another star to it this time?
That's our hope. That's our hope.
Based on the squad that you saw, it looked like Brazil can add to it?
We're not going to count any chickens before they hatch, but it looks like a workable squad.
Well, you're confident that, all right, sounds like the coach is just as confident as I am. Well, on tonight's show, we're going to focus on the released squads and the best team on earth. You don't have to ask, it's Brazil, the big bad Brazil. And we have a giveaway, so you have to stick around until the end of the show to find out how to win a team jersey sponsored by Maestro Sports. Now, with only 21 days to go, the countries are releasing their squads, and there are a few surprises. We're going to do a deep dive into the selections, kicking things off, of course, with our team, Andrew, Brazil. All right, so the squad was released and there were a number of surprises. Were you surprised by those omitted, those included?
Not really. When I look at the people who were omitted, a lot of them weren't in any form with their clubs, and hence the reason why they weren't selected. A lot of people are surprised that Neymar was chosen, but I believe that Ancelotti, the wily coach that he is, decided that Neymar can make some amount of contribution at this World Cup and still has what it takes to be a difference maker. So he was selected, and I know he's overcome and overjoyed with his selection, and I expect him to have a good World Cup.
Yeah, we're going to pre that a little later on, but we're not going to go too deep into it. Up next, the Germany squad.
Yes.
My bias on that is Florian Wirtz because I support Liverpool. But how far can this German team go?
It's a team that is blessed with experience and young players, and I think that they can do well. The mere fact that Manuel Neuer has been called up by the coach to be the number 1 keeper. Not only called up, but he's a number 1 keeper.
And some Cristiano, or does he have a band around him that can help him to go further?
I believe he has a band around him. You know, he has quality players around him. But he will definitely be the talisman. They will try and find him. They'll try and get the ball to him. He's one of the over 40 club players. So this is his 6th World Cup, and you know, it's a record number of World Cups for himself and Messi. So expectations are very high for Portugal.
There's hope for the over 40 folks, eh? Up next, the Belgium team. Years ago, they had a wonderful crop of youngsters. They have moved on, but they still have some talented youngsters on this team. Can Belgium make an impact at this World Cup?
Yes, I believe they can. You know, Kevin De Bruyne is still with the squad. Romelu Lukaku is still there. You know, you have Tielemans, who just won the Europa Cup recently with Aston Villa. So they have good quality players. Doku, who plays for Manchester City. So they have quality players. So they are one of the squads to watch for this coming World Cup.
Okay, all right. Of course, we want to also have a look at the Egypt team. Again, my bias because of Mo Salah, the Egyptian king. What impact can Egypt have on this World Cup with an aging Salah?
Well, you know, African teams always seem to do well at the World Cup, and I think Egypt will, with a fit Mo Salah. The last World Cup he wasn't fit. He had a arm injury and he didn't perform well. Didn't play on until the last game of the round. I think having a fit Mo Salah from the beginning, Egypt will be a tough task for a lot of teams. And
he has Marmoush also from Man City, so, yes, so that should be a formidable attack.
Definitely.
All right, and our final squad here on the football fix is Senegal. Again, I'm going to be biased. Liverpool man, our former Liverpool man, Sadio Mane on this team. Can this African team make an impact?
Well, they showed us their worth at the African Nations Cup, even though they have decided to take away the trophy from them. But they performed very well up until that point, and I believe that they will also be a factor at this World Cup.
Yeah. All right. So the rumor mill has been churning with talks of who won't be representing England. What are some of the names that you've heard that have been omitted?
Harry Maguire, Cole Palmer are some of the names. Phil Foden that comes readily. It hasn't been announced yet. I believe it should be announced in another 6 hours in England as who will be in the provisional 26-man squad. But those are some of the names being bantered around that won't be included.
What about Mason Greenwood?
Well,
leave it alone. Leave it alone. All right, lots to look forward to come June 11. On the other side of the break, we're going to be joined by football enthusiast. He's a comedian, but serious business tonight. Christopher Johnny Daly joins us. The Football Fix. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Football Fix, TVJ's official lead-up to the World Cup show. I'm your host, Garfield Jones, and beside me, as we said at the start, my Brazilian brother, Andrew Price, and beside him, we've invited an Argentinian, Christopher Johnny Daly.
Champs in the building.
Welcome, my friend. The first question I want to ask you,
Right.
Why Argentina?
Listen, Diego Maradona, don't need to say anything else, right? When I got introduced to the good game of football, Diego Maradona was the man. I mean, the hand of God, that whole vibe, and winning the World Cup from back then.
Are you supporting T-Ferry?
Big team. Lionel Messi. Come on.
But Brazil has Pele and Ronaldinho.
Yeah, I love Pele. Pele obviously is a great figure in football, world globally. What I can tell you though is that I just love South American football, and the team that brought to me the most joy was the 1986 team from Argentina.
Okay, well, we're glad to have you amongst us. On the right side of South.
I'm even dropping dates on everything. I'm trying to shake him.
No, but you're a South American.
You're a South American, so we won't worry with you too much. All right.
You're allowed.
All right, so earlier we spoke about the Brazilian squad, but the video that went viral was the one with Neymar, patiently waiting to see if his name would be called. Take a look.
Mateus Cunha, Manchester United.
Depois do M vem?
Depois do M vem. Atenção, hein?
Neymar Júnior.
Graças a Deus.
Obrigado, agradecer. Eu que tenho que te agradecer. Obrigado.
And they say it's just a game. Yeah.